Hello everyone, welcome to Semi Homesteading with Abby. Thank you all so much for tuning into today's video and welcome to my channel. If you are new, I am now 39 weeks pregnant. I could pop at any time. I gotta tell you, I'm tired and I'm ready to not be pregnant, but tomorrow we are hosting a family get together and I'm like fully into nesting mode. I need to prepare the house for when this baby comes. So today we're gonna do a full deep clean. Now this could last over the course of a couple days. It's like 3:30 p.m. People are coming over at 11 a.m. tomorrow. So we got some time tonight, some time tomorrow, and I gotta pace myself a little bit. We're gonna push through and I have a list of cleaning that I would like to do, but we are gonna get this house spick and span and spotless for when people come over and for the baby's arrival. I'm really hoping he comes this week. So let's get into it. I will voice over a lot of these cleaning clips, let you know my whole process for deep cleaning the house. My husband will be assisting me, but he is planting some lavender right now. So he'll be on his way in a little bit. I'm gonna do like a general cleanup and then we gotta do like all the surfaces, all the floors, baseboards, you know, like the full clean. So let's get started doing a full deep clean. Also, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Really helps me out. I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers. Please subscribe. Thank you. Okay, the first order of business was just a general cleanup. So anything that just needed to be put away, blankets, pillows, anything just very easily, you know, available to straighten up. That is what I tackled first. It always makes me feel, you know, accomplished to just put the obvious things away. So I did that for both the living room and the kitchen. You know, there were just some random things floating around, water bottles, purses, coats that have a home. They just were not living in their home. So always a good first step is just to put away the things you know where their home is. The next thing I decided to tackle was the dishes. Now, I don't know why I have this mental block about putting away the dishes. Like once they're clean, putting things away is definitely like my least favorite chore, but I do like doing the dishes and putting them into the dishwasher. So I don't really know what that's about, but I conquered, you know, me not wanting to do it. I took out all the clean dishes, put them away, and then reloaded new dishes into the dishwasher. Now it took a while. It did take a while because we had a lot of dishes in the sink, but also there were some of the kind of bigger ones like pots and pans where I really had to like hand wash them, hand scrub them, and it just took a bit. So it seems like a small item off the checklist, just do the dishes. It's like a prerequisite of cleaning everything else, but it felt like a major accomplishment once this was done. Once the dishes were finally done, it was time to take everything off of the kitchen island and wipe down the surfaces. Now, honestly, I should be doing this every time I wipe down the counters. Like I should be taking things off and wiping them down, but I don't do it a ton. I kind of do the immediate area, lift some things up, wipe it, you know, so there's kind of some spots that may get missed. But this time I took everything off, wiped down the entire thing, and made sure everything was completely spotless. So then I put everything back on that kitchen island and started working the back counter, which was the much harder spot because like the backsplash gets all oily, all the, you know, actual oil bottles, you know, when I cook, things splatter on them and I don't wipe them down super often. So anyway, as I replaced each kitchen appliance, I wiped down every square inch of every appliance. So everything was just perfectly clean. Wiped down the stovetop, the bottles. I had made challah bread earlier, so that was looking good. And I got this new Magnolia Table cookbook, which I finally was able to set out. Goes with the aesthetic of the kitchen very well, I think. Okay, here's the final look of the kitchen just as a whole. Felt so good to have everything perfectly cleaned, all wiped down and back in order. So the next thing I needed to do was clean out the coffee nook, which is just like this one little counter over to the side. I regret trying to carry the coffee machine over. It was heavier than I thought, so my husband ended up putting it back. But wiped down those counters, that backsplash, because coffee grounds just kind of end up everywhere. The jars end up with dust on them, so I cleaned the coffee nook and the fridge, and that was that. This nook is interesting. Like all these cans just ended up there. I kind of got lazy and didn't bring them to the basement. So cleaned up that, took some additional cans from our pantry that I wanted to go down into the basement storage area, put those in the same bag, and my husband was a doll and unloaded them in the basement for me. So little mini cleanup of the pantry and that nook. Okay, I cleared out the cans and I had my husband bring them down, but now I'm like contemplating reorganizing my entire pantry. So do I give into that urge? There's other things to clean beforehand, but this might be added to my list. After cleaning the kitchen room, living room, and that little mud room sort of thing, I was pretty tired. So I took a nap, and a few hours later that night, I finally conquered this little bin that we have. It's supposed to be like our staging area for keys and wallets and things like that. And it's kind of become a catch-all for a bunch of things, like, as you can see, sunglasses, cards, like ultrasound pictures, just like everything that I don't know where to put immediately, I kind of just end up throwing in this staging area. So I cleared everything out, sorted it, wiped it down with some Windex, and put only the things that I knew I needed into that area. Felt so good. I put everything else in its rightful place. Like a lot of our junk mail goes in this, so I threw all that out. Just sorted it and it felt great. And then I wiped down the actual table where it goes and put it back, all looking very nice. Up next is one of the least favorite chores of many people, and myself included. It is cleaning the toilets, like a deep toilet clean. So wiped all around the base of the toilet, you know, the floor around it, every lid, inside the bowl, just like basically cleaned the entire toilet and surrounding area. And then I also then wiped down like the basically baseboards around the bathroom and the shower baseboard because those get pretty dirty. Wiped out, again, all surfaces, so like my husband's vanity, my vanity, both mirrors, and just making sure everything doesn't have any of those, like, you know, bathroom splash marks or anything like toothpaste. Next was mopping. So I have this wireless mop that I'll link because it's actually a game changer. I love mopping now. And I have this lavender vinegar concentrate in there, which gets the floors nice and clean, smelling good. So I mopped all of the hardwood floors. My husband had vacuumed all of the carpets already. Then I moved to the guest bathroom, just wiped down those surfaces. That one's much cleaner anyway. Moved to the bedroom to make the bed and just some, you know, very basic other cleanup in the bedroom. So here is the final look for the master bedroom. Everything is all cleaned, dusted. We got our bassinet ready for the little baby that's coming and my big pregnancy pillow, but just ignore that. Mick also said hi, wanted to say hi to the vlog. And then walking out here, this is what our hallway all looked like. Again, I dusted all those surfaces. The living room all looked good. And we were ready to entertain. Hello everyone, I'm sitting in the baby's nursery. He has not arrived yet, but I think we're on the home stretch here. So anyway, it feels so good to have actually deep cleaned the entire house. I need tips because I haven't gotten on a good schedule of deep cleaning things, like especially the kitchen. Like I'll put things away and I'll wipe some things down, but I haven't done a lot of, like I don't have a good schedule of when to deep clean what things so that the house is just always as clean as I would like. So while it did feel really, really good to just go through everything and do it, it was tiring, and I know I should be doing that more gradually anyway. So if you have any tips on kind of how to conquer that schedule, I would greatly appreciate them. But it just felt so good to be prepared for like people to come over, or if the baby came, you know, that day, like everything feels nice and ready for his arrival. So that is all for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. My channel is really focusing on homesteading, homemaking, and now motherhood. So if those things sound good to you, please make sure to subscribe to the channel. Again, it really, really helps me out and I would so appreciate it. So I hope you all have a great week and I will see you next week for another video. Bye everyone.